Alrighty. Ooh, new sticker. New sticker because of a new trigger. Hey y'all, Halfmilesniper here and back on the range today. Today I have the Remington 700 and 308 out. It's the one I put into the Outlier chassis and modified with the MDT stock. And now, compliments of Rise Armament, I've installed the Reliant Pro trigger. And we're going to take it for its first test ride today. We'll double check the trigger pull weight. We'll shoot 5 rounds of factory ammo, and we'll shoot 5 rounds of some ammo I loaded like 10 years ago. Everything's going to be 168 grain today, so y'all sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy the ride. So for starters, we'll be shooting the 168 grain tactical tip from Federal. Has a blue polymer tip. And we'll be using my Remington 700, which has been on the channel before. It was in its original Hogue rubber over molded stock, and this ammo shot half-inch group, if I remember correctly. Well, now we have it in the Outlier chassis. I believe we've shot it since the Outlier chassis, and I think we shot about a half-inch group, but that was with the Timney trigger. I'm going to check the trigger pull weight real quick, then we'll get the target set up, and we'll get to shooting. So give me just a minute. Okay, trigger gauge is on. No magazine, nothing in the chamber. Get that loose live round off the table. So nothing in the chamber. Okay, here we go. First pull. Hmm. 2 pounds, 2.9 ounces. £1 pound, 14.6 ounces. £1 pound, 15.0 ounces. I'm going to go one more because I think I was a little higher on the trigger for that first one. £1 pound, 15.7 ounces. So that gave us a 2 pound, 0.1 ounce average for 4 trigger pulls. That's including my being a little higher on the trigger. Well, got the target set up, got the target camera set up. Get a shot of accuracy juice, and I am going to take a couple dry fire squeezes here on the new trigger. I think I'm going to bring it up just a little bit. Well, I will tell you this much. Putting the trigger pull gauge where I did, which was just above the little knob here, and giving us right at a 2-pound trigger pull, which was an ounce different than when I installed the trigger. Could easily be the way I was pulling. But if I come down and I put the very tip of this little hook here on the edge of my finger, that 2-pound trigger feels as light as my 1-pound 6-ounce trigger on my 6 Creedmoor. So, are we ready to do this? This will be the first drive with the new Reliant Pro trigger from Rise Armament. I have to go find my ears. Well, I left my ears back on the table when I was getting things set up. Okay, this is going to be the Federal Tactical Tip 168 grain, and then we're going to follow it up with 168 grain Sierra Match King that I loaded like 10 years ago. I've got the date written down. Mag in. What in the world is going on? Wow. Okay. Okay, factory ammo will be on the left-hand dot. I'm going to hold 12 o'clock. On the dot. Okay, that's right. This gun was already dialed up. I'm not going to change the setting right now. The brake was really, really clean. Oh, second shot was 2595.9. So the first one must have been 27 and change, because we're at a average of 25.96 right now. $26.01.6. $25.75.7. $25.98.7. That group didn't look all that great. Let me try the home rolled. So this ammo is 43.5 grains of IMR 4064, pushing a 168 grain Sierra Match King. And I loaded this ammo in October of 2016. The factory ammo gave us a 5-shot average of 2593.9, extreme spread of 26.9, and a standard deviation of 9.3. We'll see if this does any better. We'll be shooting this on the right-hand dot. Holding 12 o'clock on the dot. $25.51.3. $25.32.4. $25.44.2. $25.46.0. $25.46.0. So our 5-shot average, 25.43.5, with an extreme spread of 18.9 and a standard deviation of 6.9. And for those wondering, the brass I used on the home rolled ammo was Hornady Match with a Winchester large primer. I have other ammos I can test that I loaded back at the same time, but we're going to leave it at this right now because this was just that first test run of the new trigger. It's very different than the curved triggers I've been shooting all my life. This is my first time shooting a flat-faced trigger on a rifle. Once I get used to it, it's going to be pretty good. I want to see something here real quick. I think that's what I'm going to do next time I try this. I'm going to lay my finger flat in the trigger guard so it's always the same spot on the trigger. That's a plan. Okay, let me go yank that target. We'll measure it up and we'll see how my ammo compared to the factory ammo while we're getting used to the new Reliant Pro trigger and the Remington 700. Well, I'm going to blame it on me not being used to the new trigger because they shot fairly comparable. The factory 168 grain gave us what was it, like 2590 feet per second on average, and gave us a 1.73 inch group. Really nothing to write home about, but it is what it is. 43.5 grains of IMR 4064, pushing 168 grain Sierra Match King at 40 something feet per second, so like 50 feet per second slower. Gave us a 1.61 inch group. Big difference is, I think we can see I was starting to get accustomed to the trigger because that was my first shot, and then the next 4 bunched up here. So It's going to take me a little bit to get used to this flat face trigger because, as I said, I'd never shot a flat face trigger on a rifle before. Definitely a different feel. I don't want to say it's going to be an acquired taste. I've got to get used to it. I've shot a couple of flat-faced triggered pistols and was able to master them, so I'll be able to do that with this rifle. It's just going to take me a few rounds. But for my first time out, we'll say that the factory ammo and the home-rolled ammo performed comparably. Ignore the group size. Guarantee you that's 100% me not knowing the new trigger. That trigger breaks super, super clean. I just have to figure out where to get my finger on the trigger and do so consistently. Alrighty, y'all. Well, let me clear this out. Let me put the chronograph to bed. That's our first test drive of the new Reliant Pro trigger from Rise Armament. Right out of the box, when we first measured it, we were like 1 pound 15 ounces. This morning, our 3 or 4 pull average was right at 2 pounds, so like an ounce different between the first time we checked it and this morning. Nothing else has been changed. I'm going to leave it right here at right at 2 pounds or a hair just under, whatever the trigger pull decides it's going to be. And we're going to get used to this trigger. Like I said, I think, empty, nothing in chamber, no magazine. I think if I lay my finger against the bottom of the trigger guard, that's going to put me in the same exact spot on this flat face trigger each and every time. Yeah, that trigger feels really nice. So, once again, I'd like to thank Rise Armament for sending me the Reliant Pro for my Remington 700. I definitely need to do a little more work with it. I am not ready to take this rifle to a tactical match yet. But once I get used to this trigger, we'll adjust the scope a little bit to the right and down a little bit, and I think it'll be spot on. So, pin comment below. There's a code for 10% off your order at Rise Armament. If you're in need of a trigger for your AR, for your Remington 700 or your AR, Rise Armament can take care of you. And with my code, you can save a little bit of money. So, once again, thank you to Rise Armament for sending me this trigger. Thank you to all of y'all for watching and commenting and liking and subscribing. And I know I've said it before that all of a sudden something's changed within YouTube itself, and like my views are way, way down. My subscriber count's been stagnant. So talk me up to your friends and family. Let's try to get more subscribers going and try to get to that 10,000 subscriber mark. So, as always, Halfmilesniper reminding y'all, stay strapped or get clapped. Carry everywhere you can. Get a CCW if you need one. You are your own protection. When seconds matter, and police are only minutes away. So, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and make sure you're still around. Been a great day on the range today. Got a lot accomplished. Got the new trigger tested. I'm ready to go home and wrestle up some lunch. So, until next time, thanks for hanging with me. I really do appreciate it. As always, y'all stay safe, keep shooting. We'll catch you next time.
Send it. Hit.